Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
Tents don't blow away because the wind is starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'll be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Live?
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
All right, I think it's appropriate this morning, Karen, that we start like this real quick. You know why? Yeah, do you hear all that popping going on? All right, we're back. How about that, Karen? Here we hold
Awesome.
on. Hold on. Let me
good morning.
Yeah, let me redo this here. All right, there was a point to this, and I promise that's not why we went down. First and foremost, welcome in.
Good morning.
We stretched and everything went off. We had an internet glitch this morning, but we are here. Welcome in. That's just a way to start your Monday. You know, it's not a sign of the way things are going to go today, by the way.
Let's hope not.
Everything today is going to be great. So we are good. We are live, and here we go on we like to call it Mimosa Monday, but, you know, none of those have came in yet. Jennifer Augustinetti always brings us a lot of good vibes. Kyle, are you sure there's no audio? Because I see the audio. If you can hear us, let us know. Because I see the audio coming through this morning. Somebody was saying that they don't see...
Turn the volume up.
Yeah, let us know. Jennifer, is there audio? Man, I feel like this is the first time we've ever done this show this morning. Because my feedback is based off of the comments that people say. Clay says he can hear us. Kyle, okay. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot, Kyle. Bill Doggett can hear us. Okay, we're good.
Morning, Bill.
We're good. Okay. Kyle was saying he couldn't hear us. All right, let's just stop and reset. Here we go. Monday. Walker County Federal here with us. We couldn't do it without Karen. We appreciate her and all of our good friends. Big thank you, too, to Paul Oley of the Gallery and Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers online at elliotsjewelers.com. Mimosa Monday, no mimosas. That's okay. Jennifer Augustinetti normally tells us it's Magnificent Monday.
Which I like Mimosa Monday better, Jennifer.
Yeah, sorry, Jennifer. But that's just the way it goes. By the way, No Spirit Radio this morning. There's another little glitch that happened. Every time the wind blows, the power goes out in Elkins.
Yes, it does.
Does that happen at your place too, or is it pretty stable?
It did go out last week in the middle of the night, which was weird because there was nothing going on. But anyway, it was very strange.
If you go outside, and you put your arm out and you feel a little drop, then you know the power's going to go. Even if it's just a little drop, the power usually goes out. The solution that everybody says is get a generator. Well, that's expensive, and the solution shouldn't be you have to get a generator.
I can hook you up with a loan for a generator.
Yeah, you could. That's your Walker County Federal and a good low interest, reasonable low interest rate loan.
Yeah.
Go by and see her. She'll hook us up. So the other deal that happened when I got here this morning, the power had flickered last night, and we have our Spirit Radio playout system, which is going to be moving to a commercial location soon, thankfully. But it runs out of our house, and I have it on a battery backup system. Well, the battery backup system had failed, and I forgot about it. And so the power on that playout system went off. Mm-hmm. So therefore, we can't put it on Spirit Radio this morning. But that's okay.
Oops.
See, these are all little checklist items. We're going to have like an aviation checklist of things that we need to do every day. And it's going to end up being about 40 pages long.
Oh, my goodness.
And I know it's early in the morning. You don't have to be here that early, but I'll probably have to start coming in at 3 a.m., just to check 40 pages.
Good. Then you can get the mimosas ready.
Then we can get them for you. Yeah. You know what? It's funny because to me, it's still early. I'm never a morning person, but this show I'm so thankful because it forced me to start getting up early, and it's all good because we got to get up early with the children, especially starting next month because Bridget has a great job coming her way, and she'll be having to go to work at 6 a.m. And so we are bumping the show. We're going to start at 7:30, which I know you're very happy about.
Yes.
So it'll go from 7:30 to 8:30 now, which we're looking forward to that. But I can't complain, Karen, because I went and got donuts, for our class at First Baptist on Sunday. We have Bible school at 9:30, and it was our week. Bridget had volunteered us in which we love to do it, but to provide our class with food. And so we went over to Donut Will. Do you know those poor folks? I think they get over there at like 2 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. because they open at 4.
Oh, they open at 4?
I think they open at 4. Yeah, not at 5. I think they're open at 4. And I'm wondering who is rolling at 4 a.m. Somebody. TDCJ may just be getting off work. A lot of those
Maybe
folks.
So.
But the donut wheel, man, that wheel is rolling, and it does not stop. And so God bless those ladies and folks over there that get up so early. I asked one of the ladies the other day, I said, what time do you go to bed at? She goes, I'm normally in bed by like 6:30 or 7 in the evening.
Well, now it gets dark that early, so it seems like that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it does. So, well, we're here. Had a great weekend. A lot of events happened in the community. Gala happened on Saturday. Pretty good turnout there. We enjoyed that, and some good items. Appreciate Greg Smith at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. He always does such an awesome job at those auctions.
He does.
I was thinking on my way in, I'm not making this up, Karen. I was thinking on my way in this morning of like, what event can we put together that would draw a good crowd just so we could have Greg come do a live auction because he's so good at it.
Mm-hmm.
So
He is.
we'll think about that. There's going to be something one day that'll pop into our head that we're going to have a big auction for. Another thing, Karen and I, if you subscribe to our $100 a month behind the scenes look at Hello Huntsville, which doesn't exist, we're working on that. You would have heard this
They probably
morning.
don't want to see behind the scenes on Mondays.
Yeah, don't. We have a couple of country songs that we're coming out with,
yes, we
and
do.
so one of them's, what was it? Cat food and beer.
Yeah.
Cat. You know what? It's cat food and cold beer.
Yeah.
That's one that's coming your way soon.
Yeah, that's more catchy.
Huntsville original. You only hear about it here on Good Morning Huntsville. Just kidding. So, but hey, let us know that you're out there as we get started. Jennifer saying it's a marvelous Monday, saying have a blessed day and stay warm. There's a lot of folks already commenting in this morning. Clay Talsworth, good to see you. He's dinosaur man now. Did you see Clay's dressed up in a dinosaur costume?
I have not seen that.
He walked by the studio on Friday, and I was like, what is going on? Billy was with me, and I see this green dinosaur bouncing in the glass behind us. And I was like, you never know what's going to happen
You were
on the
thinking you
show.
had some mimosas, maybe, huh?
Yeah, something. And it was Clay dressed up as a dinosaur. The Candyman of Huntsville was hanging out. And then we had Robbie Diamonds stop by. I don't know if you know Robbie. You know, Valerie knows, right? It's Robin's brother.
Yes. I know Robbie. Yeah.
So Robbie came by. And if you'll notice, there's a microphone stand by that chair now. So he was talking to us during the show. We were interacting with him. Sometimes, folks will just come in and hang out. No one does it on a Monday because people don't want to get going to start the new week. But you're more than welcome, by the way, Huntsville. If you ever want to just come by and hang out, please, by all means, come hang out with us. But Robbie came by, and he was sitting down, and Billy and I don't know what we were chatting about. I think we were talking about Brute, like some horrible, cheap cologne, Brut or Brute. We were making fun of Brute. Mm-hmm. They'll never sponsor this show, so we were having a good time joking about it. And Robbie started interacting with us on it. And I was like, it'd be really cool if we just had like a microphone set up in that chair. So that's where that little microphone stand came from. And we had an impromptu setting on Friday to where if you want to come in and just hang out and talk to us, we'll put a microphone in your face. And so Robbie had some fun. And then I was like, do you want to hang out with us the rest of the show? And he was like, no, I got to go. So I
can see Robbie doing that.
We got a good 15 minutes out of it. So the reason that we were stretching, did I mention this earlier? My ADD's in full force. Did I mention why I was stretching?
No.
Today, not only is it Monday and you got to get a good stretch, Karen, but today is National Stretching Day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
The only time that I stretch, I don't even.
Stretch day?
I don't even stretch when I get out of bed anymore. Do you? Like in the morning when you wake up?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah.
Like, like when you're younger, you're like, oh, and you just stretch. And it like, now that I've gotten older, I just realized the other day, I thought about it. It's funny how today's whoever thought of National Stretching Day, some corporation. But I was thinking yesterday, Braylon slept, we let her sleep in sometimes in a week. If we don't wake her up, that little child will sleep till like 10 in the morning. And she goes to bed at like 8 or 9. So she gets some good sleep. And so I went into her room because I had to get her up early for church. And I got her up, I put her on the changing, and she's almost too big for the changing table now. And so I put her on there, and she just started stretching like crazy, and she was yawning. Little children, when they're little and they wake up, they're just the most precious things. And she's sitting there stretching, and sometimes. And I started thinking, when was the last time that I stretched like that in the morning when I woke up? So that's why it's National Stretching Day today. Well, friends, we got a good show lined up. Our good friend Valerie Morel joining us this morning. She is from Tap Truck Outlaws, and they've got a great business in town. I'm going to let her plug that business, but she's here for a very important reason about blessing teenagers this holiday season, and so we so appreciate her. She's teamed up with the Boys and Girls Club of Walker County. And by the way, congratulations to Michelle and the Boys and Girls Club of Walker County. They won the Group Volunteer of the Year award at the gala on Saturday. So big shout out to them. They do incredible work helping and reaching our youth and giving them a safe place to be. And so we appreciate Valerie. We'll have her on here in just a few moments talking about a very important event that they have organized to help out teens. And, you think a lot about toys, and it's a good thing that this is happening because we don't want to leave out a group of people. And you think about teenagers, maybe sometimes they get left out of the holiday season.
Yeah, so they do. They get overlooked because they don't want toys or, little things like that. So that's good that y'all are doing that.
Yeah, so we'll talk to Valerie. We'll get more information from her about what she's doing. Another really great event that just happened this past week was the boy, my brain is gone today, Pearl Harbor Memorial annual lunch or dinner that happened. I can't even get the words right. Not lunch, dinner. The Pearl Harbor Memorial dinner that happened over at Harts Veterans Museum. And I'll tell you what, just a great job put together there by Tara and her staff with the Harts Veterans Museum. Had it over at the Walker County Storm Shelter. A lot of folks showed up. And it was just a great way to remember those that lost their lives tragically. It was over 80 years ago, there at Pearl Harbor. And the VFW was there, Jack Durish, and they had a drawing, a raffle. They gave away $2,500. Wow. Someone won $2,500. It was one of those 50-50 things.
Oh, neat.
Karen and I are going to start a 50-50. So, no, we're not. We're going to start a 90-10.
That sounds good.
A 90-10. So if you come in, we'll sell $10,000 worth of something. And 90% of it will go to Karen and I, and we'll give the other 10 away. How does that sound, Karen?
That sounds great. Great idea. I like it.
But it went well. 50-50 went well. VFW got $2,500, and a lucky winner got $2,500 as well. And then they also raffled off a beautiful hunting excursion in Dripping Springs, Texas.
Oh, wow.
So, man, if I would have won that hunting excursion, Karen, I would have asked you, and we got a big old group of people together, and we'd have just went and hunted and wrote some country songs about cat and cold beer. And we would have had a time.
Sounds good.
Well, friends, again, let us know what you're thankful for this morning as you're waking up. It is a chilly morning. There was ice on the windshields. I saw Russell Martinez on Facebook. He is the licensing branding over at Sam Houston State University, long time. Of course, grew up here in Huntsville Hornet. He had posted, I think he's in Willis is where he lives, and he posted the temperature was 29 degrees there today.
It's chilly.
So, and we got an alert. Somehow I still get alerts from up north in Fargo, and I got an alert that said the highway was closed down, and I said, nope, not here. And I just chuckled a little bit and said, thank goodness we don't have to deal with that anymore. So, but we will keep going here. Again, keep the comments coming. We'll get to those on the back end of the show. We do have a keyword today, and I'm feeling generous. I still want to give away some money. How does that sound? I gave away some money last week. We're going to keep giving away money.
Okay.
So that keyword.
Everybody likes money.
They do. The keyword, and Karen corrected me on this because it's not officially winter yet.
Correct.
When is that official winter?
December 21st.
December 21st. Well, we said this morning, it felt cold, so it's winter. Keyword.
It's winter for Huntsville.
Yeah, winter for Huntsville. Jerica from Fargo's listening. She's probably laughing, saying, you guys have no idea. The keyword is winter. So text that in along with your name, winter along with your name on our Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139. Again, that number 936-339-0139. I'm giving away $20 today, and that'll go through Cash App, Venmo. If you don't have one of those, I guess I'll give it to you in regular old cash, but that requires me to have to get up and go to Walker County Federal Credit Union and sit there and talk to everybody. And I'm just kidding. They're great folks, obviously. So we'll get it to you, but text in that keyword, winter, Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139. As always, our show's on Mondays brought to you by our great friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are the financial experts here in our community for all of your loan needs, business accounts, personal accounts, or maybe you just have a financial question. They're going to take care of you. You're not a number. You're a friend. You're part of a family when you join Walker County Federal Credit Union. So please go by, see Karen and the great staff. They will take excellent care of you. We have our national news and a word from our sponsors, and then our friend Valerie Morel joins us on the other side. It's your show as always. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
Vetoed a UN call for a ceasefire in Gaza. Heavy fighting is reported in southern Gaza again today, where Israeli forces are ordering Palestinians to evacuate a district. Meanwhile, pro-Palestinian activists and supporters took part in a huge march and rally in London today. Many carried signs calling for an immediate ceasefire and an end to the war in Gaza. So what does President Biden think of his son's indictment?
The White House doesn't have much to say on Hunter Biden facing 9 criminal charges in a federal tax case. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says the president,
he loves his son and supports him, as he continues to rebuild his life. I'm going to be really careful and not comment on this and refer you to Department of Justice.
Prosecutors allege the president's son led a lavish lifestyle while neglecting to pay a minimum of $1.4 million in federal taxes from 2016 to 19. The indictment contends he expended funds on drugs, escorts, opulent properties, and exotic cars. If convicted, the charges carry a maximum penalty of 17 years in prison. I'm John Schaefer.
Kevin McCarthy announced his endorsement for former President Trump in the 2024 presidential race and expressed willingness to serve in Trump's cabinet. The California Republican made these statements during an upcoming interview on CBS Sunday morning. McCarthy's endorsement comes after he recently revealed his decision to step down from his congressional seat at the end of the year following his removal from the position of House Speaker in October. A significant winter storm is expected to continue pounding the eastern half of the United States this weekend. Meteorologists are watching it gain substantial strength through Saturday. The storm is poised to bring severe thunderstorms, heavy rain, strong winds, and potential snowfall spanning from the Gulf Coast to the Canadian border. The U.S. economy added 199,000 jobs in November, this as hiring slowed from earlier this year. The unemployment rate fell to 3.7%. This is USA News.
Omaha Steaks is rewriting the book on burgers with an all-new handmade texture for the juiciest home-style burgers you've ever tasted. Their pure ground burgers are made from single cuts of real, aged Omaha steaks. These are truly steaks on a bun. Filet mignon, ribeye, New York strip, sirloin, and even brisket burgers. Now is the time to experience the exclusive Burger Perfection Flight for just $79.99. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code TREAT at checkout to get an extra $20 off your order, plus free shipping. You'll get 4 of each pure ground burger, so you can sample all the steak on a bun greatness. These burgers are crafted for a juicier, more tender experience, making your mouth water with every single bite. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com, use promo code TREAT at checkout, and get $20 off the Burger Perfection Flight and discover your new burger obsession. Minimum order may be required.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success, too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted, family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. There's a place in Huntsville and now in Conroe where you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. A place where style meets comfort and every visit feels like a treat. Welcome to the Color Bar Hair Salon. From the moment you walk in, our friendly stylists work to create a look that's perfect for you. Whether it's a fresh cut, a vibrant new color, or a blowout for that special occasion, at the Color Bar, we've got you covered. We pride ourselves on creating an environment where our guests can relax, enjoy a beverage, and let us do the pampering. We use top-notch products like Kevin Murphy and even offer hair extensions for those looking to add a little extra flair. And when it's got to be perfect, we ensure you leave looking and feeling your best self. But don't just take our word for it. Book a reservation or buy a gift card online and experience it firsthand. Visit us online at colorbartx.com and discover why at the Color Bar Hair Salon you get an experience that goes beyond. The Color Bar, where you belong. See you soon. Ho, ho, ho!
This is Catherine James wishing a very Merry Christmas to all of the court-appointed special advocates in Walker, San Jacinto, and Trinity counties. Thank you for all you do. We love and appreciate you. Happy holidays.
Email your greeting to victory@spiritradio.fm. Welcome back at it as we continue this morning here on your show. Time now, 7:30 in the a.m. I want to welcome you back in. I've got a special friend here, someone we've been wanting to have on the show for a long time. And you know what? Karen Denman makes things happen.
She does.
And
she gets me up early.
When Karen says, let's do it, you know what? It happens. You do not tell Karen Denman no. Karen Denman she'll make things happen. She'll make it work. And I felt bad because I texted her last night late because we normally touch base the night before and just say, hey, how are things going? Looking forward to the show, yada, yada. And I'll usually fill her in on who we have in. Well, I didn't have anybody lined up. And she had texted me on Monday, and I didn't see her text. And she had asked, she said, hey, Valerie Morel would like to come on. I think she'd be a great guest. I'd like to have her on and talk about some great things happening with Boys and Girls Club, specifically teenagers, and that's what we'll talk about today.
Absolutely.
So Valerie Morel joining us.
Thank
Good to
you.
have you.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. Well, before we dig into all that, you know what, Valerie? Hold on.
Right.
You never know what's going to happen on the show. This is live entertainment at its worst, by the way, not at its finest.
Oh,
First time guest. First time guest horn.
That's really loud.
Yeah, first time guest. That'll get you up in the morning. So welcome in. You get the horn this morning.
Right. I feel so blessed.
Well, Valerie Morel's, you've been in this community such a great time, and you've done so many things. Bill Doggett said that you've just been dear friends for over 40 years.
Long time.
Let us know maybe just a little bit about your Huntsville journey, and just let us know a little bit about Valerie this morning, if you don't mind, before we get into it.
Sure. I grew up here in Huntsville, went to, I think, to every school that's possibly built in Huntsville. Graduated 82 as a Hornet. We went to state, I believe, in 81, and in basketball, I want to say in 80.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a fun time in high school. It was very exciting being part of all of those wins. And then I went into being a salon owner, cutting hair for about 17 years.
I did not know that.
Yes. And then I did everything backwards. So I decided to start my college career late and went and got an undergraduate degree in journalism and then went on to get a master's degree in education.
Oh, great.
So that's what I've done. I've worked at SAM. I worked at SAM Houston State for about 15 years and then moved away for about 6 years, I guess. And now we're back, and I own a tap truck in Bonnie's Hideout. So decided to quit working for the man.
Yeah.
And do something on my own. So it's been a fun journey. It really has.
Well, I've enjoyed just getting to know you, Valerie, and Dave, and y'all have just been incredible folks in this community and stewards of Huntsville. I think when you think about, we always talk so much on this show and lift up this community because of the people, and you guys are just a shining example of folks who want to be involved and who want to help others. And the business, the Tap Truck Outlaws, I know we're going to talk about the teen event coming up and the fundraiser that you guys are doing there, but the Tap Truck Outlaws is such a unique concept because it's this cool old truck, and you guys literally have taps on it, and you take that thing to events. And let us know maybe a little bit more about the business side of that business so we can plug it.
We can do corporate events. We can do kids events. As a matter of fact, we have one coming up at the Dodge, Winchniski's Dodge, Cookies with Santa. We're going to be out there, and we're going to be all Grinched out, and so it's all going to be family-friendly drinks. And it's going to be a great time out there. And then we can also do, I think we may start trying to do some sipping shops, have the truck down there and letting people taste different types of craft beers from some of these breweries that we have around Huntsville. And see if we can get some of these people interested in going to some of our local breweries and wineries and things like that are around here that people don't know about.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to try to start doing some of that downtown. So we can do birthday parties and anniversaries anniversary parties and weddings in the pasture. We have done several driving out in the pasture, and we're pretty booked right now for March with all kinds of crawfish boils, of course. Nothing better than crawfish and cold beer.
Well, how did the idea for this business happen? Because I think it's so unique, in the truck and how y'all have the taps on it. It's like an eye catcher. It draws people to it. But where did this idea come from?
Well, my daughter-in-law was actually at my house, and I said, I just want to find something to do. And we have an old horse trailer out in the pasture. And she said, you should turn that thing into a mobile bar. And I was like, oh, maybe. And so I started researching mobile bars, and that's how it came about. I came across Tap Truck brand, and it's out of California, and they're all over Texas, all over really the United States now. So it's an actual brand. It's not you run your own business. So you buy the truck from them. They help you with all the marketing and things like it, give you a website and get you going. So they really are helpful to get us going and getting into the swing of showing people what we have. And it's amazing that still there's a lot of people in Huntsville that doesn't know that it exists. And we do drive it around quite a bit.
Yeah.
And you're like a celebrity, especially on 45. People are pointing and looking like, oh, hey, that has taps on the side of it.
I love it, yeah.
And then some people don't understand what tap means. It's a tapped beer. And it's probably those non-drinking people, which is understandable, but we could put Dr. Pepper in the truck and Cokes and things like that. So it can have signature drinks on it. And it can, as a matter of fact, UV Logistics, who is one of our sponsors for our event, we last year did Dr. Pepper and beer on the truck when they had an event out at one of their places, and
awesome.
So that the kids could have the experience and so could their guests. So that was really cool.
Yeah, and you guys travel. I mean, just like the perfect example this weekend, y'all didn't have the truck, but y'all had a stand set up for Sunday Fun Day.
Yes.
And there was sodas and, all sorts of things that people could come out there. And I just love the involvement in the community, and that's what makes, again, Huntsville so great, because we have local businesses that are unique. We have great corporations here that serve needs as well, but we still have a local flavor of businesses, which are part of the culture of this community, and you guys are a huge part of that. When I first saw the truck, though, it was really cool. One day y'all had it over at Walker County Fairgrounds.
Yes.
There for, I think it was Diva Night.
Yes.
With the chamber.
Out inside the building.
Y'all had it
we
in
love
there.
it inside the building when it's cold and raining.
But it was cool seeing that there. And then another time, when I first thought about y'all's truck, the first memory that I had of something like that came to mind. I was at a UTSA, University of Texas San Antonio, Roadrunner tailgate. They were hosting Baylor, I think it was, one time there, and they played them in the Alamo Dome. But there was a tailgate outside, and I saw this old school bus, and they had that thing loaded up on the side, and there was taps on the side of the school bus.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, what a really cool thing. And then I saw y'all's truck and immediately thought about that. It was the second time that I've ever seen anything like that.
There's a lot of people starting to do more and more of them on their own, which is great. And because it's fun to see like little horse trailers, and I saw somebody had one with a really little camper. And that was pretty cool. But they're inside that little camper doing drinks. So that was pretty cool to see that.
How do you keep everything like in the truck cold? I mean, do y'all pack it with dry ice? Is it regular ice? How do you keep all that so cold in there?
It's what we call jockey boxes. And so it has stainless steel tubing that runs in there.
Okay.
And you pack it with ice. So everything that goes through that stainless steel tubing comes out of the side of the truck ice cold.
Oh, yeah, freezing cold. It's good. Your glass will freeze up.
Yes, and we keep the ice on the kegs in the back to make it cold. So,
awesome.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple thing, and people have been doing a lot of them at their house, with their refrigerators and things like that they've seen on my truck, and they go home and they try to duplicate it. So it's pretty cool.
Is there any vision to franchise the business one day? I think y'all got a franchise type business. I really do.
Yeah, it's a brand right now. It's kind of like a franchise, and unless we got out of that actual tap truck,
gotcha.
Yeah, we would have to get out of the tap truck and then do something different. So, we have her named Bonnie, and if we get busy enough, we'll get a Clyde, to go out. So
love it.
Yeah.
Well, tell us one other thing too, and I know we're definitely here to talk about what you guys are doing to help out teenagers in our community. But I did want to give you a chance just to as a segue in to kind of get to know you a little bit. Bonnie's Hideout, an event venue here in town as well. Can you let us know a little bit about Bonnie's Hideout?
Yes, we have an event venue, and would love to to do graduations for people, birthday parties. We've been doing a lot of baby showers, lots of babies being born around here.
Yeah, we know that one firsthand.
Yeah. We'd love to get Sam Houston State using our facility for meetings, any kind of workshops that they might have. TDC as well. If they can't find a space, we would love to work with them, and we have special pricing for them to be able to use our facility. And, a lot of our non-profit organizations could also get a hold of us for that. We do have our TABC license, so if you want to give your guests things to drink, we have that option as well. We make in-house tea and lemonade and can have that available for your guests. So it's kind of a one package deal, and it helps those people not have to plan so much. So we do a lot of the planning. We can get catering going as well, decorations. It can be a one package deal.
I'm going to tell you, Valerie's, I'm going to coin her as this. She may not like this, but she's the expert in all this planning. So you guys do such a great job here in the community. I've been over to the event venue several times. I know that you guys also hosted the Kiwanis. Was it Kiwanis, the poker tournament that they have?
Poker tournament, yes.
And I heard that was a huge success. It was great.
Huge success. We had a lot of people in there, and it definitely looked like a poker room. And that was kind of fun. They brought the actual poker tables. That's the first time they said they've done that. And boy, it did look like a poker room. It just didn't have the smoke going on in it. And we are actually also going to do the Kiwanis Pancake Supper coming up.
Oh, great.
It's going to be held at Bonnie's Hideout as well.
Wonderful. So, I know in the past it's been held at the library, at the kind of where the city council's temporarily meeting right now as they build their facility. So I'm glad to see that moving over to Bonnie's Hideout.
It's going to be at Bonnie's Hideout. So get your tickets and get over there. I've been going to that since I was a kid. My dad was in Kiwanis, and I'm telling you, we could not miss that Kiwanis Pancake Supper. That was something we did as a family every year.
Well, you can find out more information about these organizations. Go to bonnieshideout.com. It's a facility, beautiful facility, by the way, for all of your party rental needs. Go by, see Val. She'll take great care of you, her and her family and staff. They do such a wonderful job. But again, bonnieshideout.com, and they are located over just behind the Color Bar. Beautiful setting over there, too.
Yep.
So
Domino's and the coffee shop.
Yeah, right over there. Yeah, you got it.
Starbucks.
And what's cool about all this, too, it's right here in Huntsville. And so, again, it's supporting local business. It's supporting Valerie, her family, and the great work that they're doing here in Huntsville. I did want to segue in now as we talked about those things. Just mentioned earlier, the Boys and Girls Club has continued to do great work. And Michelle Spencer has just been amazing with her leadership and her staff over there. And, Valerie, you've identified a need that, really I've never really thought of, because I think about the holiday season and I think about toys that come in, but primarily you see a lot of those toys for younger children. And so you've kind of helped identify a need, and you're doing something amazing. Let us know about what it is you're doing and what we're trying to raise awareness of this morning.
Okay. Yes. I mean, Toys for Tots and raising all the gifts for the smaller kids is a great thing to do. But as we go through the season, as kids get older, I think the teenage group kind of gets missed and overlooked, and we need to really start rallying around them and letting them know, just because they're not little anymore, that we do love them, even though teenagers are hard. They are. I raised 2 of them. So, but we've got to rally around these kids and let them know that they are just as loved at Christmas time, just like the little babies and the little tots that run around as well, and provide some gifts for those kids and some needs that they have. So this year we've just kind of got with the Boys and Girls Club, and we have 19 kids that we're working to get some of their stuff on their wish list that they sent us. We have a link, an Amazon link with all the wish lists that they gave us, and I have it set up where you can't purchase more than one item so that we can make sure we get these kids what they need. And we're going to have a dinner for them just for those teenagers. It's just going to be those 19 teenagers with our sponsors. Walker County Federal Credit Union is one of our big sponsors. United Vision Logistics is also a big sponsor for us. We've got people rallying around us, helping us get some food. We would love to have a candy bar and for those kids. And if you're wanting to help us get a candy bar put together, call me, text me, email me, something, because we do want them to feel loved and appreciated as teenagers. And they're our future. They're fixing to be out and about and in our world. So we need to love on them as much as we can love on them.
Yeah, I just pulled up the Amazon wish list here. And for folks, I've made it really simple, too, this morning. If you'd like to donate, all you got to do, it's so easy. Amazon has these wish lists, and Valerie's done a great job putting this together. Just go to tinyurl.com/Huntsville Teens. I've made that real easy. So if they go to tinyurl.com/Huntsville Teens, that will automatically redirect to the Amazon wish list. And folks, there's items on here, that many of them, these are very affordable items that are going to make a big difference for teenagers here in our community. And so I just encourage you this morning, if you have a few extra dollars to spend, I'm looking here, there's items that are $10. There's items that go up to $30, close to $40. So there's something for everyone's budget out there. But head over to that URL right now, and if you're hearing this later, a lot of folks go back and watch the show later. Please go there. I'll tell you what, Hello Huntsville, we'll commit to buying 2 of those items this morning. So we're going to make sure that we help you guys out and your efforts. And all you have to do, again, tinyurl.com/Huntsville Teens. And this is a great, easy, simple way to give back to the teenagers.
My goal is to get everything that's on that list and have huge bags for them to be able to just dig through and just feel the joy of the presence of God, just putting his arms around these kids and making them feel loved, just like our younger kids, and at Christmas, they get just as excited about these items as these little kids do too. And it's just things that they just would love to have. So, and it's simple and easy to go out there and get a few items. And it comes directly to me. And we are going to be putting all that stuff together for those kids on the 19th.
Awesome. And it's 19
19 kids. There's 14 girls and 5 boys.
Wow. So 19 on the 19th is how it's going to be.
That's how it's going to be. And I hope we can get some of our sponsors to come and be a part of that dinner as well.
Great. Well, that's just a tremendous need that you guys have identified. And, I kind of see this now as something that's going to be happening annually.
I hope so.
We have an organization called Rays of Hope, and we're actually, it started as a donation drive-through last summer, and under the guidance and leadership of Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers, who gives so much back to Huntsville. He gave me the idea to convert that into a nonprofit foundation. And so we're in the process of doing that. And so we'll have to talk again in the summer, because a lot of times we forget in the summer. That was a need we identified. Was we're always so big at giving on during the holiday season, which is important.
Right.
But there's also needs that have to take place during the summer months as well. So we'll team back up with you in the summer. Maybe we can do something else for these teenagers as well.
That'd be great.
But,
they need it. They need to know that Huntsville does recognize that they are part of our community as well.
Absolutely. But right now the focus is on this event happening. Again, that URL you can go to, it's really easy, tinyurl.com/Huntsville Teens, and that will redirect you to the Amazon wish list. Thing is, everybody has an Amazon account now too. It's even my mom. I know that everyone has something, and I love you, Mom, and Mom's probably watching, or she'll go back and watch later. I told her not to watch live because she's been retired for 20 years. And I said, Mom, just sleep in.
Yes.
You don't need to get up early. You've worked your tail off. You've been retired for a long time.
Absolutely,
just sleep in. So sleep in. She goes, well, I'm sorry. I just haven't been getting up early to watch your show. I said, great.
It is early.
Yeah. But I know whenever my mom is into something that now everyone has it. Like when my mom called me from a cell phone, I was like, okay, now everybody has a cell phone, because my mom was like the last person to get a cell phone. And I love you, Mom. I'm not knocking her, but she's just like, I don't care about all this stuff. When my mom got a Facebook, that's when I knew everybody had a Facebook. So
that's when all the teenagers started jumping off.
So, but love you, Mom, and love this community. Again, tinyurl.com/hello or /Huntsville Teens. And that will get you there. The thing I brought up my mom is because she's ordering stuff off Amazon now. So that's why I said I know everybody has an Amazon, because mom does it now too. So.
Amazon's great. I mean, they just bring it right to you. And it doesn't take very many days to get it.
No, it does not.
We're not running out of time for people to help us.
Valerie, have you ever dug into the journalism side of your background? Did you ever get involved in any of that? I had to ask you this.
I did not. I did write a paper one time, and my professor wanted me to send it off to get published, but I never did that. But I haven't done much with my journalism. I've really kind of just done, I'm always in the, I guess, the event side of it.
Yeah.
You know, but I do like to write and read and all of that. I have an uncle that's a big journalism guy, so.
Well, I was going to offer you, if there's ever, like back in the day, the stove, I guess they still have them, the stoves had the pilot light. Yep. So if you've still got that little pilot light burning for any type of journalism, you just holler at us over here, and we'd love to, we'd love for you to come in and do a few things. All right?
I might have to do that. Can volunteer my time, help you get it going.
Yeah. So, well, Valerie Morel, we appreciate you, Dave, and your entire family, and all the great things that you're doing to be a tremendous blessing to Huntsville.
Thanks, Rob, for having me on this morning, and I hope we can bless these kids.
Absolutely. Again, tinyurl.com/Huntsville Teens. Please go on there and buy a couple of items, and let's help out our young adults here in this community. Hey, friends, we'll step aside. We'll take a break. Before we do, that keyword still flowing this morning. All you got to do is text in the keyword winner. You said you had a little bit of ice on your windshield, right, Valerie?
Yes, I had a lot of ice. I had to sit there for a little bit, hoping I wasn't going to be late, but I was the first one here this morning.
You were, yeah. She was here before Karen and I.
I was starting to get a little worried I was in the wrong place.
So keyword is winter. Text that in on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. I got $20 coming your way today. Again, winter, along with your name, to 936-339-0139. Our show's on Monday, brought to you by our friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. We'll take a break. We'll hear from more of our sponsors, and Karen and I will call our winner, and we'll wrap it up on the other side when we come back. Stay with us. More to come here. It's your show, as always, Huntsville. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are. Third location on Veterans Memorial, coming soon. Visit tpms.life for more information. Education you can trust.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here. As a guy, jewelry's not really my thing. I never know what I'm looking for. I feel uncomfortable, and I just don't understand how certain things look good together. But that's why I depend on Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Whenever Bridget and I wanted to get engaged, we said, we need to go to a place to where someone's going to take care of us. They're going to make me feel comfortable as a guy, but they're also going to take care of her needs as well. So I went into Elliot's, and he was so gracious and compassionate with my understanding, and I wanted something that looked a little masculine for my engagement band, and he said, I've got the perfect thing for you. And he found some white hammered gold that was trimmed in 14 karat gold, also put a diamond on that ring to signify my love for Bridget, and as we grow and our family grows, we can put a diamond around the rest of those. So friends, if you're looking for someone that is dedicated to customer service, that understands the needs of people and does what's right all the time, there's nobody better than my friend. It's Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
Welcome back at it, Huntsville. Thanks for being here with us as always on your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville as we continue on. And Karen, thank you so much for setting that up with Valerie. I've been wanting to have her on the show, and I just love her energy, and she does a lot of great things here in Huntsville.
And it's important to remember, too, especially because people around here are generous, very giving, and when you ask for, toys, things like that, they give toys, and the teenagers want, other things. So it's nice to try to keep remembering those teens that don't want those little toys and trinkets and stuff like that. So
I don't even know what to buy for my nieces anymore. I used to buy them like toys and trinkets, and now and my niece is big into drawing, so in art, and so I bought her like an art board one year, and I think she used that pretty well. I remember one year I bought her this really cool electronics kit because I thought she'd be into it. I don't think she ever opened it. So, Rebecca, if you're watching, can you send that back to me, please? I'm interested in that. Yeah, that was like 5 years ago. So, but they're special. I love my nieces, and it's cool whenever you have, I guess teenager influence in your life as an adult, because you kind of learn about today's teenagers and what they're into, and it's things that I would have never imagined. Like the holy pants. I don't understand that, but that's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing, and they're expensive.
Yeah, I'm like, if you want some holy pants, let's just go to Walmart. I'll get you some rustlers, and I'll take my drill and with the sandpaper on it, and I'll char those up for you, and we'll be good to go.
Exactly.
That's a new business. Karen and I are going to get into it. Yeah.
We could probably make a lot of money doing that.
Come on down to the tear. We'll call it the Teared Up Jeans Company.
Teared up.
The Teared Up. So, oh man, but it's good. Again, please support those teenagers here in our community. tinyurl.com/Huntsville Teens. As we were thinking about gifts, Karen, just because we're on this train right now about gifts, and I was talking to Bridget a few weeks ago, and I was like, sweetheart, I don't want anything for Christmas. It's weird. Once you have children, it's like, I want to get them things. I don't want anything anymore. The only thing that I want, and I guess this is when you're like finally getting to that age, is I just want underwear and socks.
And that's probably what you used to get when you were younger, is underwear and socks. Yeah.
That's all I want. I just want new socks and underwear. We'll call it a day,
I mean, you're going to need them eventually. So
yeah. Maybe some like white T-shirts, because I'm not a fan of wearing shirts that require T-shirts under them, like dress shirts. But sometimes you have to, like a white shirt, you have to wear a white dress shirt. You got to wear a white T-shirt under. But that's like today, I didn't feel like wearing the Hello Huntsville shirts, even though I love them. I found this in the closet. My brother got me this for Christmas 3 years ago. Well, thank you. I forgot about it. And this wasn't even that expensive of a shirt. I forget where he got it at. Maybe Target or Walmart. But
it's probably warm.
Yeah, it's warm, comfortable. So, you don't have to go all out and get all this fancy stuff. Just call it a day and have fun and move on. And use the rest of it to go have mimosas with Karen. That's all.
That's right.
That's all we want to do. Speaking of which, fun continues tonight. It's Monday night.
Monday night. Trivia starts at 6 o'clock at Rodeo, so come see us. We got some Christmas questions tonight. And so,
a little teaser.
Just study up and come see us.
Do y'all have that segment every trivia night where you have to do you put the words together? That
Not every time. We've done it the last couple of times, but
that's the only one that fears me because I'm not good at that stuff. But those other tables, they just picked up on it like that.
They've been playing a long time with us, so
they know the rules and all that. For you as the trivia queen, is there legitimately? I mean, that's the name of it's called Trivia Queens, so it's literally a trivia queen. Is there any tips that you have, preparation for folks to get better at trivia? Is there anything you can do? Maybe watch Jeopardy. Would that help?
Well, we don't get our questions from Jeopardy, but it couldn't hurt.
Yeah. I'm always thinking like, I am not good at trivia.
Yeah, Jeopardy sometimes has some difficult questions.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know what would help, by the way? Going to Learning RX, Lisa Brandt.
Yes.
Lisa will help you remember things that you see.
Because we do sometimes have presidential questions, and I understand that one of the first things she does is you kind of learn all the presidents from first one to current.
We're going through that right now, and it's all visual. And I just had my second session. I'm looking forward to having more this week with Lisa Roberts over there. She is my trainer, and I feel like the first two sessions, they're an hour and a half each that I go to, so 3 hours a week. And I've learned so much so far, and I'm starting to learn for my brain to identify visually things to help me remember. So perfect, and I guess something from in association too. So perfect example is I always tell myself in my brain, like if I put something somewhere, don't put it here because you'll forget it. And then what do?
Yep.
You forget it. And that's happened forever with my wallet, with my rings, and with my keys. And so now I'm in the habit of always putting my key in a certain spot. My wallet and my rings go in my drawer now so I don't lose them. And those are all things that I just never really thought of. And then just starting to think of the things that I've learned in the short couple of weeks at Learning RX, I'm starting to memorize all this stuff. And I don't lose them anymore. And I'm mindful that, don't take your wallet out here, dummy, because you'll lose it. So
don't leave it there because you know you're going to forget.
That's right. Don't leave it because you would. And just think about those things. And if you need help, go to Learning RX. I always want to make sure that we take care of local businesses and appreciate what Lisa is doing over there. $20 coming today. By the way, did you hear a horn earlier? I didn't hear one. And I get kind of nervous when I don't see a red vehicle drive by and honk.
Is it already past her work time? You know what? She had to take her husband to an appointment this morning. So
that's right.
That's why she hasn't driven by.
Yeah, our good friend Irma did not drive. We always
wish you well, Irma and Michael.
Yeah, we love you guys, praying for y'all. And it's just not the same, though, when we don't hear that horn on a Monday with Irma cruising by. And the smoke trails and all the dust flying up, behind her. Just kidding. Well, hey, let's head over to our Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line, Karen. You know what I'll do? I'll crank this up so you can probably hear out of the headphone there. And what I'm talking about is Karen has this handheld microphone, so she doesn't ever get to hear what we hear, but you'll be able to hear it here. So I'm going to head over to our phone line. Let's give our winner a call today. All right, here we go. Remember, you got to answer to win. I don't know who this is, Karen. It's a new person. This is $20. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Who is this morning?
This is Gary Davidson.
Gary Davidson. Well, congratulations. Have you texted in before, Gary?
Well, once or twice.
Okay. Well, but you've never won before, I don't believe, have you?
No, I have not.
Well, congratulations. Awesome. We got $20 coming your way today. How's that sound, my friend?
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
I always joke around. I would say if you were in California, that's going to get you half a Big Mac at McDonald's now.
Well, if it gets me anything, that's like $20 is more than I had before I called. So
that's right, man.
That's pretty nice.
Well, we'll text you and figure out the best way to get that over to you. Gary, how long have you, I'm assuming, of course, you're here in Huntsville?
I am.
How long have you been here?
We've been back. I went to college here for forever, and then moved away and came back. We've been back here for about almost 21 years now.
Awesome. Okay. I don't know if we've ever met, Gary. Maybe we have. If we have, I apologize, but I don't know if we have or not.
Gary is my husband.
Oh,
Janet.
Oh, my good. Come on, man. Gary, yes, we have. Come on, Gary.
I was wondering if this was Janet's husband.
Yes, and I'm in class with you, Gary, and I didn't even recognize.
Yeah, I just didn't, I thought I didn't want to embarrass you. I didn't want to say, hey, yeah, I see you every day, so it was all right.
And then Janet back there.
Every Sunday.
Well,
you can feel free to drop off the $20 with me. I'll make sure it gets to you.
Oh,
yes, I'm sure she will.
Well,
yeah, she'll keep it safe for me.
Man, I'm in Sunday school class with Gary. I should know this. Hey, I'm only a week in at Learning RX, so give me a few more months to get everything down. All right, Gary?
That's all right. That's all right, because I think you do better than I do. I've got plenty of my own struggles, so. Especially as I get old.
Well, we'll get that $20 over to you today. I guess you're going to have to hand it off to Janet now. I mean, it sounds like that's the plan, right?
That is the plan. Yes. Like I said, she'll keep it safe for me. She knows what to do with it.
Well, right. Great. Well, our good friend Karen Denman from Walker County Federal Credit Union's here. She always has a question for our guest, Gary.
Tell us today what you're thankful for.
Oh, what I'm thankful for? Oh, man. I know it's short. I don't really have much time, so I'll keep it limited. But there's so much for my wife and my children, and just for the health we've got now. And we've been blessed with so many things.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, real quick, before you go, I want to give you a chance to plug our class at 9:30 over at First Baptist. It's been a lot of fun, hasn't it? Tell us a little bit about the class and what you enjoy about it.
Oh, I really love the open discussion. Everybody, I think feels pretty comfortable for the most part to speak up and say how they feel about whatever scripture we're discussing. And if somebody's, opinion differs a little bit, that's great. It's because we all we learn from that, and we support each other, and everybody's encouraging to one another, while we're there. And there's a lot of fellowship. We have a lot of good outreach in that class too.
Yeah, we do.
Out to people in need and giving where we can. So.
Yeah, we love it. Well, man, we love you guys and appreciate you and Janet. And congratulations, $20, half of a Big Mac coming your way a little bit later today.
Man. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Gary, have a blessed day, my friend. Thanks for texting in.
Thanks, y'all, very much.
All right, bye-bye. Boy, I feel when you're in the middle of these live shows, I just threw my hands up. I don't know what else to do, Karen. When you're in the middle of these live shows sometimes and you're reading names, and you should know who it is, but you just don't put two and two together.
Yes.
How do you put two and two together sometimes? What do you do?
That's why you're going to Learning RX.
That's why I'm going to Learning RX. Exactly. So, well, friends, it's been a fun one here today. Again, we appreciate Karen for being with us every Monday. It's always a lot of fun here. A couple of last things. Today it's International Mountain Day today. I wonder who comes up with this stuff. Is that like the Mount Everest Visitors Center that came up with this day to generate some funds for them? National Noodle Ring Day today. Noodle ring.
Okay.
Do you eat noodle rings?
No, I don't.
I do have to ask you a question, not to put you on the spot, but do you like SpaghettiOs?
I do not. I do not. I will not have SpaghettiOs.
Bridget looks at me like, what's wrong with you? Because the other day, it was for the Pearl Harbor dinner. One of the things they asked was to bring in some canned goods or non-perishable food items. So I went, we were at Target, and so I started grabbing a bunch of stuff. Well, guess what was there in front of me? I said, man, I haven't had that in so long. SpaghettiOs with meatballs.
Yuck.
And I bought like a ton of those. And that is one of my favorite foods, by the
Really?
way. Yeah.
Ooh.
So
yuck.
Frito pie. Do you like Frito pie?
I like Frito pie, yes.
Okay. Bridget, can you bring us Frito pie one morning? She did that in Fargo. She showed up one day. We were joking about it. We had Frito pie. She showed up. She makes the best Frito pie, by the way.
Is that not a thing in Fargo?
No. Theirs is hot dish. And it's potatoes, cheese. It's, I don't know, kind of like a potato casserole here, I guess.
Oh,
but they
okay.
do it with like tater tots. It's really good,
yeah.
by the way. Outside of that, everything's really bland. We get a little spicy here in Texas with our food.
Yes, we do.
And I went to Gringo's the other day. Have you been yet? That just opened up in Conroe, the Mexican restaurant.
No, I have not.
All right, it is so good. You got to go. Service was a little slow, but they were so busy.
Yeah.
And we went, on a Sunday after church, so what do you expect? But it was cool. Well, friends, we do have a great week lined up on our show, so make sure that you stay tuned in all week. If you haven't downloaded the Spirit Radio FM app, please make sure to do that as well. You're going to start seeing new content and some new folks here that are helping us as well on HelloHuntsvilleTX.com. Our intern, Michelle, will be starting with us on January the 17th.
Oh, good.
So we're excited to have her, and so she's going to help us really increase more content on the website. I did want to touch base on this. We had the managing partner of Texas Roadhouse reach out to us and gave us a soft opening date that they're planning on of July of next year. So that they're going to try to move quick with this project. And as we get more details, we will. But they're saying that they're going to try to bring in 250 employees for that location, which
That's
you
awesome.
think about. And that's going to really help on that side of town. Wisniewski, them putting their dealership there on the north side and that's just starting to spur more growth now with Home Depot over there. And that is now our most read article on the website. As of this morning, I think almost 8,000 people have read that article now. So
about the Roadhouse?
Yeah, about Texas Roadhouse. So we appreciate Anthony reaching out to us. We have been in communication, and he's actually going to be on the show hopefully in January, he said after the holiday season, to give us some updates. I know that that's a very highly anticipated business coming here to town. And those businesses like that, they give so much back to the community. Yeah, it's a corporate, kind of a bigger business. But I think that helps spur a lot of local establishments as well.
Have him on a Monday and bring some rolls.
Yeah, please. Those rolls are
Yeah.
It's that cinnamon butter,
Yes,
isn't it? Is that
they're
what
awesome.
does it?
Mhm.
So we'll have to do that. Tomorrow, really looking forward to having our new guest joining us as well. Coming in is Stephanie Valley at Magnolia Kennel. And so she's going to share her story and how her and Scott had the idea and the vision to start Magnolia Kennel. And we're teaming up with them to really focus on pets here on the show. So you'll hear more about pets and different things. They even were talking about the Huntsville Cat Society and your friends there. So maybe we can coordinate all that on a Monday
We'd love
sometime.
to have them here.
Yeah, and so we're going to be really focusing on ways to, another lost segment. We talked about teenagers. Well, our pets
Yes, they do.
They're outside in the cold this time of the year. And so we appreciate Stephanie and her being here. And again, for all of your pet boarding needs, be sure to check out Magnolia Kennel. They're located just right off the feeder road on 45 as you head south. And I've been out there several times. They've got a beautiful facility. And Bridget and I are looking forward the next time that we need to board our pets. We were going outside of town, but now that we know Steph, we'll be taking Mac and Stella over to Magnolia. So they're going to have a puppy play day out there and have some fun. We need do they have an adult play day center anywhere?
I don't know.
I think
so.
those are called your local bar, right?
Yeah.
For some people.
Yeah.
Well, if you're looking for a local play evening, come out tonight to Rodeo Mexican Restaurant for trivia.
Yes. Promise you'll have a good time.
Get started at 6 o'clock. So for all your loan needs and more, go by and see our friends again, Karen Denman. They do such a great job over at Walker County Federal Credit Union. Karen, is that it? We've covered a lot today.
I think so.
I've got one of these things in my hand.
Time to go to work.
Yeah, it's time to go to work. So, all right, Huntsville, we love you. We appreciate you very much. And we so appreciate all of you. I did want to get real quick on this, Karen. Did want to mention before we go, I know we're kind of bouncing around, but we have a first-time listener here, Richard and Linda Hodges-Horn joining us, saying first-time listener, enjoying your morning show. Have an amazing day. Richard, so great to have you.
Yes, thank y'all for watching.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We're so excited because we're getting new folks joining in. We're 170 episodes into this now.
Wow.
I don't know how that happened.
I don't either.
It's because you're here.
Right.
If we didn't have Karen, the viewership would just drop off, Big thanks to everybody that is here. Quentin Music Man Williams joining us this morning. Steph Valley over at Magnolia Kennel. Good to see you this morning. My dad is joining in. Dad, I love you. He is saying, love this program, love my son. And he said, I love that little grandson and granddaughter very much. So, Dad, we love you, and so good to see you this morning. Kay Boning joining in. Randy Thompson over at Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine. Jamie Saucier. So many others. Bridget, I can't leave Bridget out. She was saying good morning this morning. I'll get in trouble for that. But we appreciate you all, and we'll be back at it tomorrow morning, bright and early at 7 a.m. So make sure that you join us again as we continue to celebrate all things good. The Thompson family will be with us tomorrow morning alongside Stephanie Valley. I got Stephanie Valerie Morel. Keeps on going. All right, we love you, Huntsville. As I end every broadcast, I want to remind you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. Friends, we do truly need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Good morning, Huntsville, and God bless you. Thanks for being here, Karen.
Yes, absolutely. Have a good week.